A lot of times we don't get the chance to be transparent in a safe space. We don't get a chance to be honest and say, I'm fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? In a safe space where you're not gonna be judged.
You're not looking out for your best interests, and you're not really concerned with who might be hurt by you not being here.
It ain't really easy to be happy. And that's something that a lot of people, like he said, I walk down these same streets and I speak to people all the time too. And yeah, we not in the same position, but they'll look at me the same exact way. Walk right past me. I'm like, I'm just speaking, I'm just saying hello.
I used a lot of that I don't want to be here and changed it into I'm here for a reason.
You learn and get stronger while you're suffering. Then when shit is well, that's when you apply what you've learned.
Exactly.
What you've learned.
Bigger in the weight room, breaking down the muscles.
At some point, there's a balance that you strike when you put a certain level of tension on yourself to get a thing done. I've done that. I've been a perfectionist a long time, but perfectionist, it wasn't constructive. It was just judging myself.
I don't want to see my mom ever have to feel any kind of way because of what I'm doing, right? So I was that kid that I had a lot of people in the streets that was friends, that committed murder. You know what I'm saying? But I always was that person that went that way. Yeah, we hung out right there, but when it was time to go over there, I'm not built for that.
What I had to learn is to accept certain standards, and that you can't do amongst your people because their standards might be here.
Okay.
You have to accept those standards for yourself.
What do you guys like about yourselves?
See myself as being the difference. I like to, try to make change in a good way.
I am a person that diffuses conversation. I just love to keep everything peace and harmony.
So in that question you asked, it's kind of all coalesced. When we aren't seeing ourselves in a way where we can pick one thing that we like or love about ourselves, that's what you're emitting into your universe.
Viewing things from your limited perspective right now, and you're seeing things through the perspective of looking for the negative, looking for those things. It's just because that's exactly, and that's why. But I'm telling you from an outside perspective, you have the drive within you to find the positive. You're obviously making the positive through your actions without even thinking about it. You're just like, I ain't here to be on the streets to stay on the streets type shit. You got that drive within you.
I realized that my value and my worth of myself was attached to whatever number was in that bank account or whatever, how many dollars I had in my pocket.
From everything that we go through and that we see other people go through, and it's going to help fulfill the purpose. But if you're still here, it's definitely for a reason.
Yeah, I'm comfortable in solitude.
Dope.
I don't know why, it's just something that...
That's huge. Yeah. That's a skill, bro.
I don't know, because I feel like that's my fault too.
Being introverted, you're being withdrawn. You still say to yourself, I need that. And I'm gonna do what I have to do to help myself better myself.
So you see this right here? It's smaller now, a lot smaller. I don't think that as a scar, and my mother's like, you need to get these covered up. This is a thunderbolt. That's the strength for me. This is stab marks. This is multiple stab wounds. You see this whole backhand right here? That's the sort of Excalibur for me. You know what I mean? It's not just, where I had staples at. I got them here. I got them back here. I got them here. I got metal here. Got metal here. You know what I mean? And this is 20 plus people and a gun with knives. Recognize your strength. You're standing right now. Is it the money that feeds you or the food?
The food, but you need money.
All right,
to
so
get
that means you don't need money to get food.
All right, so you going to the store.
So how did they get food before? How did they get food before? How did people consume food before?
They killed the animal.
No, they planted the seed. They planted the seed.
And I guarantee you, because I don't give a lot of guarantees, and I haven't gotten to my whole mission part either, and what I like. But I know because of what I've studied due to data and research of over 2 decades, regardless of how young I look, that's how much data and research I study, that you will be a better person from this metabolizing food, and it's free to you. So there's no monetary value in that. All it is good old-fashioned human sweat equity, and bro, you got a lot of that equity. Okay? You could cash in on that equity.
I'm actually not 100% loving myself right now. and that's okay.
The fact of the matter is that I had to come really to terms with that and actually really be comfortable with that, because the fact of the matter is that when I can think outside the box and I can understand people and I can read certain situations, not other people can see that.
Every time he had a new opportunity in his hands, mine kept forgetting I have an opportunity right now of a job, for all these different things that he said I don't have, he had in this moment. Mine just kept pulling them back. So when you get in those moments where you feel like things aren't calibrated how they're supposed to be, what are the things that you're gonna shift your focus of your mind back to?
I know a lot of people, but every conversation can't be for them. I gotta keep that basketball conversation right here. But that's all you want to talk about. After I talk about this business, you looking at me like I got 6 heads, right? It don't mean you don't want me to succeed. It just means that this is where you are.
Now, while you're ahead, the people who are still paralyzed in fear, they see you making those strides, they might come along and join that journey at any point in time towards your journey, because they see now that it's actually possible. Because most of us are not growing up with examples, of success, however you define that, examples of positivity, example of actually healing and growing and helping others. So once you start to do it, you start to strive, somebody else sees that it's actually possible. Now they're like, okay, my boy's doing this, so now I'm gonna do this. They might ask for your help, they might not. You might have just encouraged them. So sometimes you doing what you're doing is just planting that seed.
Everything on earth, including earth, is not from earth. We are all parts of something that we don't know. So, yeah, I don't think the moon really flexes with Saturn, but they're all in an orbit process, a cyclical process. They don't even want to deal with each other, but their ability to be allows everybody to win.
I never had this type of space, and you created a safe space for all of us that is judge-free. You're not belittled. You're not in an area that people's looking at you a certain type of way. You can be yourself. So I'm able to love myself to say that I created space for people to just be free.
Why do I have to bear all this burden? How come every motherfucker in my life is a pussy and I gotta be the one to deal with everyone's pain on top of myself at fucking, this shit is retarded. But despite all of that shit, I'm still where I'm at, building my own brand type shit. I built this sweater myself, I built this shit, these cards myself, the website myself, all this shit myself, the music, you know what I'm saying? That's because ain't nobody pushed me. I pushed myself because it was either fucking death or success.
Instead of a prayer, because a lot of times feelings can get lost in translation and words. I just want us to take a moment as our Rain and Singing Bowl and come around, get our vibrations right, to just feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for the wisdom that was shared, the transparency, the honesty, the love from your brothers, and for the food we about to partake. So whether y'all want to stand or sit, just close your eyes, absorb this frequency, and just be grateful for right now as I come around. Till it fades completely. I mean, break bread, brothers.